It is so great to see you. Thanks for coming back.
It's so good to see you, too.
Congrats on White Lotus.
Thank
You're
you.
crushing it.
Thank you.
My gosh. People are loving you in this series, and I got to say your accent is on point. It is fantastic. What is it? What's the background of it?
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, I'm from the South.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I have waited so long to deliver a Southern woman performance. And I just, the drama,
That's
the
so
comedy, the relish, you know, the way people talk in the South, the way they connect. Like, I just love it, Jimmy. I love it.
I just love it.
I've waited my whole life
Are
to
people
play
coming?
her.
Are people coming up and doing the accent to you?
Lorazepam.
They're saying that to you?
Amy Lou, you know, Amy
Yeah.
Lou is in the show. She plays Chelsea.
She's fantastic.
She texted me. She was like, I've been thinking the word lorazepam like 10 days. She couldn't get it out of her head.
It's unbelievable.
Lorazepam.
It's six in your, but you're perfect in it. The whole cast is crushing it.
It's so much fun. It
And
was
it's
so
Mike
much fun to do.
White.
And, it was just so, you know, I have met Mike White over the years.
Yeah,
like,
you must know each other, right?
Director, yeah.
Of course.
So I'd run into him and be like, oh, we got to work together. I was like, yeah, when's that going to be? And it was like 20 years later.
Isn't that hilarious?
You know?
Isn't that the way it works? Isn't that
the way
crazy?
It works, but I always felt like he was part of my high school or something, you
Yeah.
know? And I just love his comedy, his drama, his jokes, the way he writes and crafts things. And
But you ran into him at a Halloween party?
I was at Jennifer Coolidge's Halloween party.
I mean, we love Jennifer Coolidge, too.
Who doesn't?
I know.
And this was a big deal this year. It was Grimm's Fairy Tales. And you know, you have to deliver a costume at Jennifer's Halloween party or she'll be mad.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, she should
So
be.
everyone delivers. So thank God I had something in my wardrobe. It was like a last-minute thing.
Yeah, you didn't
I
have
was Cinderella before the ball. So I had like a vintage Ralph Lauren like prairie skirt and this like turn-of-the-century blouse and some old thing. And just hair pieces from Spring Breakdown, a movie I did like, you know, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And then I just covered my face in black soot, and I was like, I'm Cinderella before the ball.
Oh, my God, that's fantastic.
Yeah, and, you know, everyone dressed up. She had this gorgeous mask on, and Mike White was like, you know, Shorts Hansel. He was like...
Hansel and Gretel?
Yeah, from Hansel and Gretel. And, yeah, it
So
was
wait,
a
so he came up
blast.
to you there and there's
I was
Hansel
like-
talking to Cinderella?
Like, I saw him in the, you know, yes.
Not funny.
And, like, he had on these shorts, you know, and it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just at the cheese plate, you know. I'm like, there's a big platter, a table of just cheese, and, you know, it's like 12:30, 1 o'clock at night. I'm going to have that cheese. I'm just kind of like,
Of course.
oh, I know, it's too late. Like, I don't, maybe some. And then he just came up like, hi, I just got to say, and he was like 20 feet from me. It was like from here to there, you know. He didn't, it wasn't like, hey. He was like, hey. He like knew I was about to leave or something. He was like, I just got to say, I love your work. I've seen what you've been doing. And then it was just kind of a magical moment, really, because he was dressed in this.
Wait, I have a picture of you from that
yes,
party.
Me and Hitchcock.
This is you and
Michael Hitchcock.
you are the greatest.
Okay,
Wait,
this is my, you don't recognize him here, but this is Hamilton, my husband from Best in Show.
That's right. That's Michael Hitchcock. Oh, my
tree.
God.
Come on,
He's
and
a
there's
tree?
a little bird in his, come on.
Oh, my God. Because it's fairy tales.
That's right.
And he's a tree.
That's right. So I just,
Oh, my God.
I sat in his lap.
So you
I
never
sat at
know
his feet.
how it happens.
No.
You never know how it happens.
You don't. You don't.
By the way, fans are loving you. No one knows. Someone's murdered. We know that. No spoilers tonight. But someone's...
I signed an NDA.
Yeah, me too. I'm not even allowed to talk. This whole thing is going to be cut out. But here's some headlines with fan theories of who they think did it. Someone says they think the monkey did it. I mean, but there's thousands of theories out there. By the way, did you see any monkeys? Did you get to play with any?
I didn't see any. I saw some monkeys when I was out and about, like in the van, but there were, of course, we all wish there was like a monkey right there staying with you. You know what I mean? Just like around, hanging out.
But it's Thailand, though. What did you see? Did you see animals?
You know what was wild? One day, I had a single egg at breakfast.
Yes.
And I went inside to you know, get my scripts and stuff, and I came out and the egg was gone. It was either a squirrel or a crow. And you know what that means? They were watching me. They were watching me and
They were
waiting.
watching and going, well, right?
Like,
and now,
yeah.
go, let's go,
Yeah.
let's go. Get the team in here. Get that egg right now. Oh my gosh. Isn't that
But the
hilarious?
nature there is so beautiful. The people are so warm and happy.
You see,
I
told
love
me
the
you were
way
there
that
for a
they
while.
connect. I was there for almost 7 months.
Thailand.
I did not want to break my work, focus, and the schedule just didn't allow for me to go back and forth.
How
and
was Thailand?
I loved it so much.
never been. I'd love
to. They greet each other. They say Sawadee Ka.
Sawadee Ka.
As a man, you would say Sawadee Cup.
Sawadee
But
Cup.
that's like a blessing and it's hello, goodbye, and they're just so friendly. They call it the land of the friendly smiles, and they do, like after my 10th massage, I was like, this is why I'm here.
Really?
White Lotus is like, this is a great show, but I needed this body work. I did. We all do.
We all do, by the way.
They get you like this, and they're really strong, and they really like,
Yes.
and then they go for your stomach too, like they get in
Don't
there.
do that.
No
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
they don't do that in this
Just don't
country.
wanna- There's so much Spanx on right now. I just don't want anything exploding. I've been sucking it in this whole interview. So I'm like, so tell me more about the season. Yeah. But no way, so they get in there and
They
get
really
your,
get
to
in
your
there
soul. And
and
they
to
go,
your umbilical cord. Like you are just like, and there's no way you don't let things go when things are that intense.
Yeah. Like tension.
Psychologically. Yeah.
Yes.
So, and they're like 2.5 hours.
I thought people thought
I
you
know
meant
what
so.
you
Yeah,
thought.
yeah, yeah,
I know
no.
what you thought.
Tension.
And
I
yeah,
understood.
I know
what
it.
you
I know what you
I
meant.
understood what you said.
So, like after my 10th massage, I just felt
it.
really blessed. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
It looks gorgeous. It's the best cast.
Yeah, I'm so glad you like it.
I love it so much. I don't know how else to set it up. There's just families, a couple friends, all at this hotel, and everyone's very interesting.
Yeah.
Every character is interesting. I love everything. I can talk for 4
I
hours.
haven't seen the show. I will watch it maybe like at the end of the summer.
You haven't
I'll
seen
watch
it?
I have not seen it. But I look forward to seeing it and seeing what.
You're in for a treat.
See
You're
what
in
it's
for a
all
treat.
about.
Yeah,
'Cause
you're gonna.
when you're in it, you don't really, you're not looking at it from the outside. I
Yeah.
just thought I would,
You're gonna love Parker Posey. She's great.
There's this
Yeah, she's great. I want to show a clip. Here's Parker Posey in The White Lotus. Take a look at this.
Well, that was stressful. I thought I was going to have a grand mal seizure. What was that? That was a convention for con men and tax cheats.
I'm sure y'all cheat on your taxes, Mom.
Well, not so badly that we have to leave the country. God. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if a few of them were actual killers. You think men like that only exist in bad movies? Turns out they're real.
Oh my God. Parker Posey, everybody! The White Lotus airs Sundays on HBO and is also streaming on Max. Alan Cumming joins us after the break. Stick around, everybody.